Yo, I don't give a fuck if the internet roasts me. I'm so pissed off right now, man. Fuck everything right now. Fuck all of this, man. This bullshit, this bullshit thing that women have been doing for years called the fucking friend zone. It's a bunch of bullshit. There are no benefits. When a girl says she wants to be your friend, you're just another nigga in her life. Because the dude she's with is always gonna get the high echelon in her life. He's always gonna get treated better. He's always gonna get first priorities. That friend zone is bullshit, dog. Women look at attention. Women see attention the way we see sex. You see what I'm saying? Because we're out here giving them all this attention, and they're not giving us shit. Just as long as they're getting their needs met, and we're sitting there jerking off every night in our fucking bed. And they don't give a fuck. Honestly, they don't give a fuck. Even women that like you don't really give a fuck about you. Women don't give a fuck about you. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's plain and simple. Like, women want what they want from you, and if they don't get it from you, they go to the next nigga. Like, straight up. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, that's why so many fuck boys exist, because women don't really give a fuck about you. 100% of women believe the world revolves around them. Straight up. I don't care who you are. You can be fucking Mother Teresa. All of them. Matter of fact, she's a perfect example of somebody who felt the world was revolved around her. She getting all that PR for doing good shit for kids, man. Yeah, I'm giving Mother Teresa some smoke. Fuck that bitch. She ain't never helped me out, nigga. I'm over here overseas feeding these children to the Catholic Church, and I just want you to know all the shit that I do for these kids, and I want to be known for this because me. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here, man. What does it say in the Bible? Don't let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. So if you're doing good, don't let motherfuckers know. Prince Rogers, the artist, was doing a bunch of charity shit as anonymous. He didn't want nobody knowing his shit, and I respect him for that. You see what I'm saying? But when people go out there fucking showing themselves feeding the homeless people, it makes me cringe. I'm like, you're full of shit. You're full of shit. You're a scumbag. That's what makes me think you're a fucking scumbag. Because you want people to see that you're a good person. And I believe that women who do that are the same too. They're like, oh, I'm worried about my reputation. Bitch, you 35. What the fuck you worried about? Reputation? This ain't high school. What, you think you get suspended from life? What the fuck you talking about? Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. Like, that shit. So I'm like friends with this couple, right? And they had this girl come through and visit them, spend some time with them. And from day one, my nigga was like, hey man, you should really try to kick it to this girl. And I look at her and I'm like, yeah, this looks like the kind of girl I would totally date. And being that she's friends with this nigga, I know that me and her would vibe. Or at least I think. You see what I'm saying? So I'm teasing her. I'm like, hey, what up, boo? What up, babe? Just being silly and hitting on her and stuff like that. And he kind of gets in and starts talking too, and which is kind of weird. I'm like, nigga, get the fuck out of here, dog. Like you already married and shit. Let me do my work, And then he was like, yo, man, that her pussy is it's wet, dog. She needs you to fuck it, dog. And I'm like, yo, that is so inappropriate, dog. I really don't want to be talking to a girl like that. I don't be saying shit like that to a girl when I just met her, dog. You see what I'm saying? That shit, this nigga can say it because he's this skinny white dude. I'm a big nigga. She say that, she gonna yell some Me Too shit. You see what I'm saying? That motherfucker got privilege that I don't. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I don't be saying crazy shit unless I'm really sure. You see? And so he's just talking all of this bullshit, and he keeps calling his wife a fucking bitch. And I mean, just privilege. This type of motherfucker that will eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and will rip the fucking crust off. And this nigga's 30. Nigga, be a damn adult and eat the damn motherfucking crust. Anyways, so I'm hitting on her, and he's referring to her pussy and shit like that. And she has this thing where she demands to be treated with respect and class. And I'm like, okay, why are you friends with this nigga if you want to be treated like that? This nigga doesn't respect anybody. He calls his mother by her first name. You see what I'm saying? I'm friends with him because I like somebody I can talk shit to. You see what I'm saying? But you're not talking shit to him. You're not saying anything back. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my nigga, and it's like, you know, yeah. I don't know. It's just like the fuck? Do you really? And I'm like, no, it's not that. It's the fact that you want to be able to control somebody. That's what it is. So, anyways, a few days go by, and she sends me a text saying that her pussy's wet, and she sent it with invisible link on the text, and I'm like, I was just like, what? And for some reason, I thought it might have been him trolling, and no, it was her. And I'm like, hey, I don't know if that was you or so and so trolling, but like legit, I do want to eat your pussy. Like if you talking like that, I'm like, for real. And then she started like talking like, oh, you can't handle this pussy, like, you know, I'll make you come like that, and blah blah blah, this and the other. And I'm just like, okay, this is okay. I was like, all right, whatever. And then like today, I sent her some text saying how like I sent her a picture of like I took a COVID test, and I sent her a picture of it showing negative. I'm like, hey, I got a negative COVID test, so we can fuck like crazy. You know, like a silly joke, as if it's like sexually transmitted. And so later on today, she hits me up. She's like, hey, you know what? Let me fucking read the text. Yo, please stop sending this type of shit. She started it. Yo, please stop sending this type of shit. It's funny and all, but it's all fun and games. Just want to let you know the picture I sent you was not my butt. Just want to let you know before you leave, I wish you safe travels back to the East Coast. And I'm like, so I'm like, all right. And I've been rejected so much I can handle it. But every once in a while you break. And I got really pissed off because this is like this is the most, like, I got rejected like 6 times in a span of like 4 days. So that's why it's just kind of like, and I think I guess it's my fault because like the girls that I ask I really like. You see what I'm saying? And it's tough for me to brush that shit off because I've spent so much time putting in work. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I just wasted my fucking time. And it's just like, so she said that shit, and immediately I went to the group text that we're all in, and I was like, hey man, fuck you, I hope you stub your toe and get a hangnail that doesn't end or some shit, like silly shit. And then she was like, hey, don't let this escalate. I'm like, trust me. I was like, you're not gonna be a reason why me and him are not gonna be friends. Like that's ridiculous. And it's again that control. I said stop mentioning it. I can say what the fuck I want. I'm pissed off, so I want to fucking say shit. Leave me the fuck alone. Stop trying to control the situation. That's what she was trying to do. Was trying to control me, to try to fucking play me and try to fucking control me. And if you're seeing this, you can't fucking control me. I'm a grown fucking man, dude. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. I don't get, like, I'm done with that shit. All the bullshit. It's all bullshit, dog. All of it. All of that. I was talking to another girl a few days ago, and she's all like, but we're friends. I'm like, that's not an excuse. That would be a reason. 2. You see what I'm saying? Like sex does not ruin a relationship or a friendship. It reveals it. If you're a scumbag person to have sex with, that's going to be revealed once you have sex with that person. And that's what happened to one friend that I did have sex with. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had chemistry. You see what I'm saying? We wanted each other, and we were friends before we hooked up. And then, like, she wanted to date somebody else, and I'm like, all right, cool. But we never had any beef, but all of a sudden, I'm saying hey to her, and she's being a complete bitch. And I'm like, why are you being like that? I'm like, oh, it's because you're fucked up. Okay, that's cool. I didn't do anything. It's just you're fucked up. That's why all the exes in your life I hate, because you always paint a bad picture of somebody in your life who may not have done anything. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's that crazy shit. You know? And that's that manipulation shit. And I'm like, all right, fuck you. You know? Fuck you. I'm done. And I have another friend who I was talking to, that same girl that said, oh, because we're friends. And I'm like, bitch, what if we're on a deserted island for like 2 years? You really not gonna fuck me? Really? You gonna keep saying we're friends? Which, with as much as I know you like to fuck, really, nigga? She's like, well, I like a guy who has a big dick. And like, for the girls that have seen it, they say I have a big dick. And which, that's cool. I'm like, yeah, you know, every guy thinks he's small until a girl says something, by the way. That's a fact. So when the girl said I was huge, I'm like, oh, that's amazing, thank you. You know what I'm saying? And so and I'm like, okay, what's small to you? She's like, anything like, you know, like 8 inches or smaller is small to me. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? So you want 9+ inches of dick? Like I struggle with some girls. Some girls I can't even fucking fit in. And you want 9 inches of dick? You're 5 foot even. Where are you gonna keep that dick? In your throat? Through your pussy? Like, what the fuck? Like, no. You're being unrealistic. You're just trying to mind game me. Because it's like, you just trying to mind game me. Because you're thinking there's no way in the world that this chunky dude is over 8 inches. And I'm not even going to give you the satisfaction until you decide to fuck me. All right, I'm out. Peace.